listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina.
Woo! Woo!
Hello.
This is the podcast that takes a look at your favorite cult films as an alcoholic beverage.
I'm here.
Shows us someone who's never seen it.
Hello.
And then we talk about it.
We do.
Except this week, because it's a cult meeting. We do other stuff. So, and I don't have
Except
an
I'm
intro.
still drinking.
And I don't have an intro for that. So that would just be weird if we were like, here's some where we just talk about BS, which is literally what we're going to do. But there's that. I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always,
Your Lady of Libations, Stephanie.
Justina, your jellicle jester.
She Who Knows No Movies.
Admiral.
At your service.
At ease.
And we're also joined by our producer,
Hey, everybody.
Number two.
Number two.
Number two.
I'm the only one that doesn't have a comeback, like
Well,
a little thing where you guys repeat something when I say my thing.
Oh, that is true,
I have
actually.
one.
Well, yeah, but you're the host.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Well, to be fair,
to be fair.
Justina came up with herself, so we just added it.
I mean, we
And-
did though. She Who Knows No Movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
that was
did
good.
that.
That was organic.
And then I had to correct the status.
Yeah.
I had to
Um,
give myself back
And
a
then
little.
technically none of y'all came up with mine.
Yeah, and Uncle Henry named
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, Uncle Henry
did
yours. You're right. It's fine.
We'll
But
find
he works
we'll-
for us.
we'll
That's
fi-
who he works for.
We'll figure it all out. We can
No,
al-
I'm
always.
good. Being Lady of Libations.
You are, and the facilitator fund when necessary.
That's right.
So we,
That's just too much.
there's
That's
a lot
what
of
it's
titles.
boiled down
And-
to.
and
For
you
me,
al- and you also used to do the whole count.
the whole
Oh,
thing. But there's
Frankenberry.
so much. It's like if I do
See, you can't even do it.
facilitator of fun,
Enough.
Lady of Libations, and Countess Stephanie von Frankenberry. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Frankenberry.
But that's how you get noticed by interns.
Yeah.
There
True.
you go.
Do
I
I
need-
make that
Yeah,
script
long
go
names.
on through? You
That's
just
it.
keep taking it to production.
Yep.
Her long title will get her an Oscar.
That's it. I'll start using my long title again.
You can follow us on any fine podcast app. Your favorite one. We're on there. You're probably listening to us on that right now. Please subscribe. It helps us out. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/Cult Movie Cantina. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/Mobcast Network. And now we're on TikTok at Mobcast. I have a comic book out on Kickstarter right now. No, we're coming out now.
There's
Like-
a Kickstarter.
But they'll
Kickstarter.
still look, and it'll still be there.
Yeah, it'll still be there.
So it doesn't matter.
I got a Kickstarter launching on Sunday called Chronicles of Limbo. And that was like not confident at all. I know.
It is launching on Sunday,
Thank you.
and it is called Chronicles of Limbo, and you should get it
And it's
because it's
gonna-
about a vampire and a supernatural little girl that travels between worlds, I think.
And the first issue is really good.
I love how she ended with, I think. She
I
did
think
it.
she travels. I think it's dimensions. I think they're called dimensions. Read the book for more.
The comic book is really good.
That's.
I love her so much.
You just got to be confident.
That's gonna be
Scotty.
my.
You just gotta be
That's gonna be my blurb. Read the book for no more, Justina.
That's literally how you should do everything.
I got some very nice blurbs. I sent it out to some friends I knew who are in the industry and around, industry adjacent. And as I was like, hey, can you, if you would you read it if you like it? Can you send me some nice
Right.
things to say about it? And I got some really nice ones. I
Good.
was very surprised.
Very nice.
Joey Cliff, who's a Native American showrunner for a Netflix kid series called Spirit Rangers.
Oh, that's cool.
He's been a friend of mine on Twitter for the last couple of years, and I sent it to him, and he sent back some really nice compliments. So,
Is that the one about horses?
no, they're like kids with like who get supernatural powers.
That's
Okay.
just spirit you're thinking
Okay.
of.
Like Native American supernatural powers
Gotcha.
based on their
Gotcha.
spirit animals. I'm just
Yeah.
guessing. Am I correct?
She,
Something
she
similar.
was thinking of she was thinking of the DreamWorks movie Spirit.
Thank you.
Right.
I did learn, speaking of spirit animals, Callie told me while we were going to work last week that she had many gifts. And I was like, okay. She was like, not like gifts you get like a present, but like gifts. I was like,
Did you make a
okay.
mutant baby?
So this kid's 7. And one of
You're
them
7.
is that she's a cheetah, y'all.
She's a
Because
cheetah.
when she's running, that's her spirit animal. Because when she's running, she runs really fast.
She's like the wind.
Yeah, she was like, so my
Bless it.
spirit animal is a cheetah. That's one of her gifts. Another
Okay.
one is that she knows the words to all the songs. Because regardless if she knows the song or not, she can sing it. And she's like, and sometimes I say the bad words because I just know the word's going to happen and I'd forget to not say them.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So that's another gift that she has.
I think that's
Nice for
just
her.
them.
I mean,
I think that they're just preemptively trying to get out of trouble for saying bad words when
no,
singing
with
songs.
this kid, yes.
So
Yeah.
so first of all, adorable. Second of all, not very useful for the X-Men, but we're good.
Like,
I know all the
you can
song
run
lyrics.
like a
I mean,
cheetah
but
while singing
You know what?
songs.
You know what
Any
it
song
is. You know what
doesn't
it
matter.
is useful for though. Karaoke nights at Krakoa.
There you go.
Krakoa Karaoke Nights, which I want to write. Marvel, call me. I want to write that so hard.
Sorry, carry on. We were talking about spirit animals, your friends. You sent it out.
Yeah,
You-
so
yeah.
the Kickstarter's coming in July 31st. Trying to raise $2,000 for printing. The book's done finally. And it
Nice.
looks great. And I will also announce that the third issue is almost done.
Oh, look at you!
Right, the first time in my life, I won't have to wait. Like I plan to do the third Kickstarter in the fall, and then I think
And by then you'll have the fourth.
the fourth
issue?
one should be done
That's
before the
fantastic.
winter, and then we'll
Hey.
do the trade in the spring. That's
That's
kind of
fantastic.
my plan. If everything goes on,
Get
knock on
it.
wood. So yeah, it's coming out.
You just knocked on that computer. It's not wood, Scotty. That works. Good enough.
You had a story,
I do.
or did you want to?
No, I'll lead with this. I was reminded this week that I need to take a road trip next April, and if you're available, I want you to come with me.
Where's the road trip?
In the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Okay, so like,
Like I don't know the town or anything. I just know it's in the middle of nowhere, Texas. I want to take you into the middle of nowhere, Texas.
for what?
I would like you guys to come with me to watch a total eclipse.
Oh,
Total eclipse of the heart.
Because I've seen a total eclipse in totality, and it is fantastic. So I want to take a long road trip for something that literally lasts 2 minutes.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I make no promises. I've seen a total eclipse.
Okay,
Like,
I
in
have
my life.
not.
Like in totality,
Yeah.
Okay,
it's-
I have not.
it is a thing.
April's one of our busiest months,
Sure,
so it just depends on when.
sure.
Well, plus we've got Huntsville, and then my
No, Huntsville's afterwards.
oh
It's on my calendar.
Okay, when in April do you
Uh,
know?
when in April?
I just looked it up. It's
like-
April 8th.
April 8th, yeah.
April 8th. How long of a drive? Give
It-
me hours.
It will probably be a 2-day trip.
A 2-day trip.
Yeah, I mean Texas is it's not that hard to get.
It's
to.
in the middle of Texas.
No, Texas. You
It's
could
huge.
get
It's not hard to get to Texas. It's hard to get to the
mid-
other side
of Texas. Texas takes
That's a
7
whole
hours.
day.
Let's put it this way: it takes 7 hours to get to
No,
Houston,
yeah.
which is this side of Texas, because
Right.
my son
And
lives
it's-
there.
And it's past Houston.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Okay,
say.
okay.
And I haven't picked the town where we're going to watch it at, but that's got the closest to totality.
Huh.
And so, but here's what I want to do now.
Okay.
I want to take a picture of us, and then just when we stop places, just post our picture at different places, and
And sign it and hang it up.
just hang it. That's what I want to do.
Yes. Just sign it and like hang it and like
Places.
we're famous.
Listen, we can always find a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Don't play. You know they're all over the
Yeah,
internet.
we'll make black and white ones for Cracker Barrels.
Yeah.
I really,
I saw that picture at the Cracker Barrel down the road. I swear to God.
I
did.
really think this would be fun. It really April 8th. What day is that
That's
on?
a Monday.
So
You got plenty
in
of time.
theory, we
Yes,
yeah,
I got
it's
plenty of time
Plenty of
to-
time to think about it and schedule it.
Yeah.
It's a Monday, so that would mean we'd leave probably a Saturday.
So if we left for the weekend, we could take time stopping a lot going there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then do it the 8th and then book it back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like make it make Friday the start of the trip so we can have stops. Maybe like Friday evening, like late afternoon.
Y'all are. That sounds like a week-long trip. Because if it's on Monday, the total eclipse, like what time? And then it won't be back. We wouldn't be back until like Tuesday.
It's on my calendar.
So we'd miss 2 days of work. It'd be Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not my calendar. That is a calculator. I was like, why isn't this working? Uh, 10
10 a.m. or p.m.
a.m.
Okay.
Because the sun is out.
Yeah. Just so. Yeah. No, it's not a lunar eclipse. Yes.
Which we don't get one of those for a long time. I
Right.
think the last one to hit like last year.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
And it's not nearly. I mean, they're pretty, but they're not as not
Okay.
like
So 10 a.m. and then we could just immediately get on the road afterwards to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could spend more time throughout the week.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I can do
I'm
that.
down.
Let me.
Well, yeah, we've got a bunch of months to plan for it. But I'm going regardless. I want to see if y'all want to come with me. I think it'd be fun
That sounds like fun.
because it's.
I think the trip going up there will be fun.
I know. I think so. And
Yeah.
the Eclipse is cool. And the Eclipse is cool. And you come back. Because when you see a total eclipse like in totality, and you take off the glasses and look at it, I get like why like ancient people were like, we got to sacrifice people because this shit can't happen. We need to stop. We need the sun back now because that's fucking creepy. That shit is because you look at it like, oh, I get the Iris Saruman now. I get this. I get everything. I get it all. I get it all. It's just this all makes sense. So, but I saw one in 17 or 18 whenever they came. I saw it in
Yeah.
Tennessee, and mainly it was like I need to find the next one. The next one wasn't until 24.
Yeah.
I mean, they happen every year, but like over here, it's
Last,
like,
Yeah.
the last total solar eclipse was 2017.
yeah, 17. So I saw.
I
that one.
remember being in school, and I can't remember what year it was.
It was like 83 or 84.
Yeah, because it made a big deal out of it at school, and we made our little boxes and
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
That way you can look at it. But
I will buy
yeah.
I will buy eclipse glasses early though, because we bought them late and couldn't hardly get. We got cheap ones. I want good ones.
Okay.
And you actually don't. I mean, you need them for a while, like it's happening. But when it happens, you can take it off. 'Cause-
Yeah.
And you've got 2 minutes. You can look at this fireball thing, and then
That's pretty cool.
like. But it's crazy too because you can look at it, and like the moment it starts to like just the split second that it moves, you can't look at it anymore. So it's like, and fuck you.
Yep. And now you can probably be blind if you look at it.
Yeah, well, you
That would
look
be
at too
fun.
long.
Yeah.
That
So,
would be a fun trip.
that's what I wanted. Yeah, it's got to been early because I watched it through. I was at the house in Perdido. We watched it through my dad's welding glasses, which probably wasn't recommended.
Probably not.
No.
I mean,
I would
that's
imagine.
kind of what they used in Oppenheimer.
Yep,
Welding
a
glasses.
bunch of Oppenheimer.
Mhm.
That's a good segue. Two of us have seen Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I thought it was probably the most amazing movie I have seen in a very long time.
I agree.
It is. It was phenomenal. The acting was superb. The storyline was perfect. I have nothing negative to say.
I have nothing negative to say either. I'm curious though because Nolan made this for IMAX because that's his thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if IMAX would enhance it.
Yeah, I don't think so because it's a lot of it a story. A lot of
Right,
it
a
is,
lot of it's just-
it goes between black and white and color, and
It's a very Aaron Sorkin, Chris Nolan movie. It's a lot of
the only
guys talking in rooms about stuff.
Yeah, the only point in the whole movie where it might make a difference is the actual explosion.
Yeah, watching Trinity happen is
and
just like.
but after that, it's no,
Right,
you
so-
don't need IMAX.
So I was like, I was kicking myself for not seeing an IMAX. Then I saw it. I was like, I don't have to see this into my
Yeah,
eyes.
it's not an IMAX. I don't think it's worth it for the IMAX. Except you can get alcohol at the IMAX in Pensacola.
And alcohol makes everything better. So,
So
Typically it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Got a wound? Alcohol.
you
Broken
know,
heart?
alcohol. Celebrate alcohol.
alcohol.
Podcast?
Alcohol. I also saw Barbie. I did both of them in one day.
I'm going to see Barbie as soon as I leave here.
You will like Barbie.
I'm hoping Mackenzie likes it.
I think Mackenzie
I
will.
think she will too.
I think Mackenzie will like it. I don't know about the younger girls.
I won't take them to see it. I never saw this and went, oh, I'm going to take my kids to see that. Like the people that are like, oh, it's not really a kid's movie. It's like, well, no shit, it's not a kid's movie. Like it doesn't look like a kid's movie.
Right.
It's just a brand that you know from your childhood.
Right.
Right.
First
Yeah.
of all, what surprised me that it's PG-13.
Do you know what I'm excited the most about this
What?
Barbie movie is finally people get interested in Barbie again, and I can finally sell my Barbies.
That's happening.
That's what I'm saying.
That is happening.
I
The
am
market is-
really. So if you want to help me do that, Scotty.
Take them to St. Tammany. We're doing St. Tammany.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but the hype might be gone by then. I'm trying to like,
then eBay's all my.
yeah, you big, yeah, because I'm thinking, yeah, but I will take him to St. Tammany.
Just take them to St. Tammany. We'll see if we make some money. Yeah, I got that in Rocket City in October. That's my October shows.
Yeah,
I've got a show in 2 weeks.
What you doing in 2 weeks?
There's a show in Pearl, Mississippi. It's a one-day show.
Okay.
And then we're going to Shreveport.
And then we're going to Shreveport about 2 weeks after that to go. But I'm not set up for that. Me and Steph are going to go hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fun.
It will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It will be fun. Going to go see Kevin Smith.
I know. And hopefully, every time we've tried, something's happened.
Yeah,
so.
but it looks like it's pretty much a done deal unless his mom dies or something. And she's
Scotty.
Oh,
Now
don't
that's
say
gonna
that.
happen.
God.
well, she
damn
has
it,
had a
Scotty.
health scare, but she's doing way better. She's
I
back home and
know,
stuff.
but don't even.
Yeah, don't you know
Jinx it.
if you throw something like that out on a podcast, it's not
Yeah.
good luck.
And
Damn
now
it,
he's not
Scotty,
even gonna come on the
damn it.
podcast, Scotty.
I swear to God.
I've ruined it. Sorry, my bad.
Now you'll have to apologize to Kevin Smith when you see him.
Be like, sorry, I killed your mom.
Oh no! Don't.
That would be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want-
think?
You're just slipping on down that slope,
I
buddy.
don't want to kill Kevin Smith's mom. I mean, that would be terrible.
It would be
Yeah, it would
terrible.
I mean, killing anybody's mom would be
Yeah,
bad.
anybody, yeah.
I don't know, Hitler's mom.
well,
She might be a lovely person.
I mean,
He could've just been a
Hitler didn't
terrible
like
person.
her, so
Yeah.
that means that she was probably nice.
They're
She's
prob-
probably good. Yeah.
It's all her fault. He just wanted to be a painter.
Well, maybe
then instead he
maybe
went-
had he not sucked so bad at it.
And then instead he went to war and got pepper gas in his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And got a little cute mustache out of it. Charlie Chaplin was like, oh, yeah. Oh,
Damn.
it. Fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
Chaplin's like,
Welcome
This
to our
was
Cult
my-
Movie Cantina.
Or where we try not to kill Kevin Smith's mom, talk about Hitler.
It was
And yet they were connected in one conversation.
well, I was listening to an interview with and I never say his name right. Director from New Zealand. It's awesome.
Taika?
Yeah.
Waititi.
Taika.
Yeah,
Waititi.
yeah. So he was talking about when he was doing the Jojo Rabbit,
Oh, yeah.
and he plays Hitler, and he said he just thought it was funny that a Polynesian Jew played Hitler.
I did too. I like Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was good.
yeah, it's really good.
yeah.
It's my second favorite movie of that year.
Oh God, that was a great movie.
Let's see. So I liked Barbie. I liked Oppenheimer. I have been watching the Mission Impossible movies because I've not seen them before. Have you ever seen them?
I've seen a couple of them. I don't know if they were in order.
Right.
I'm
I
familiar
know you're
with
not a
them.
Tom Cruise fan, so you've not seen them.
I've not seen any of them.
And you've seen a couple. We've talked a little bit about
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, and then I'm actually watching the old show.
Right,
No.
which I've never seen, but I watched the theme song a few times just to feel. So I'm the reason why I'm watching this is because of Drew.
Okay.
Drew's a
Do
big
tell.
Drew's a big fan of Mission Impossible, and so me and Drew hung out a couple of weeks ago playing one of the games that we play.
A nerd game.
A nerd game, yes. And he was leaving. He goes, "You going to see Mission Impossible this weekend or next weekend or whatever it was?" And I was like, "But I've only seen one or two of those films, and I saw them in the theaters, and those were the ones in the '90s." So, no. And then I think he lost a little respect for me,
Oh, no.
and I couldn't have that because I like Drew, I respect Drew, but I can't have him think less of me because I haven't watched his movie. So I started watching them, and they remind me of the Fast and the Furious franchise. If the Fast and the Furious franchise started out ridiculous.
There you go.
Like
It's
the-
ridiculous now.
Oh no, yeah, right. Like because Fast and Furious starts out with just guys stealing DVD players.
Yeah, the franchise is them still. Yeah.
And then it turns into them becoming the Avengers. This is just like ridiculous and gets bigger.
Yeah.
The first one surprised me of the fact that there was a time in our history where we thought floppy disks would either destroy or save the earth.
Right.
There's a lot of movies about and TV shows about floppy disks.
You know about those?
Why are you asking? I'm more familiar with floppy disks than you are, buddy.
No. Nope. That's. I'm familiar with them.
I've got one better.
Floppy disk is. Thank you very
My
much.
ex-husband,
Let's go.
when he was in the Air Force, worked for NORAD. And in the early 90s, the big computers that if you ever saw War Games, the big that those were actually up there, and he had like big, like record player looking disc that data was stored on.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
There's a whole sequence.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy to think about.
There's a whole sequence, and like the most famous sequence out of Mission Impossible 1 of just Tom Cruise falling from a roof, a ceiling, to get a floppy disk. And I kept going, oh, that's for a floppy disk?
And they didn't store hardly
anything. And like in this, and the floppy disk, to be fair, the floppy disk doesn't doesn't have that much information anyway. It's
just a list of names.
It's a list of names. And so.
Because that's all
you need, though.
Well, in this case, yes, because do you want to get
No, I'll tell you. So, like, what they're after is this list of names from all those people who are spies and their code names, so they can figure out which country which spies are, and they can sell them to the countries.
It's very James Bondish.
Very, very
but
much.
the U.S.
But since they're not like none of the people on this list are unofficial spies.
Well, also IMF is not affiliated with any particular country. They're
right, but in the movies they're based out of the
I've never seen it. I don't even know what the
so they're
organization
mostly
is.
American connected, but they're really like a global network.
Right, but they don't become global until like the third one.
Yeah,
they're like really U.S. based, and they're really U.S. focused in the first two, and then they start branching out like we're all over the place.
Yeah,
we have agents everywhere.
Which, to be fair, the show was more.
To be fair,
but they're basically an independent
too.
Spy agency.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but here's the thing: they're not official spies, and so if their names get out, they can just be executed for being in the wrong country. They're like, "Oh, you're spying on us," and no one claims you. Kill that guy. And so they were like, the whole movie's like, we gotta get the names. Yeah. We gotta save the names or other people. Everybody will die.
Well, like the assassins in John Wick.
Yeah.
They're not affiliated with anybody.
Right.
But.
Yeah. You were joking, and it's true. Like literally every film is about Tom Cruise gets a mission from his boss, starts to do the mission, finds out information that makes him go rogue about this mission. Now the IMF are also after Tom Cruise as well as
the three things I have in these movies is that Tom Cruise gets a mission, Tom Cruise gets kicked out and is on the run. Tom Cruise falls from something.
And then
in some dramatic way, he falls from something.
And then somehow rejoins the IMF afterwards.
Like in the third one, he designs a fulcrum to jump from building to building on, and it was just he does like math and stuff, and I'm like, that makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, and you haven't even gotten to the ones where he just started making news every time he did them, because like the next one is the building I think. I think 4 is when
17 4. I'm at 3.
I think 4 is when he's on the tallest building.
I mean,
because that's when they start making news. Yeah,
he's making
good for him.
And
I'm glad he found his niche.
He does all his
because he likes doing his own stunts. Yeah, he likes traditional acting in that regard. Is what he said is that he thinks that it brings him back to like the older days of acting when actors always did their own stunts.
No, he's an adrenaline junkie and an egomaniac is what he is. Let's be honest.
No lie.
I know. I'm just saying what he has said in interviews.
Yeah, I'm sure what he has said
is why he would be Bieber.
Now though
he would be Bieber, 100%.
I'm a believer.
But he is also like, as a a lot of directors like working for him too in that regard, because then they can also get that close-up shot whenever he does the stunt too, which is you can't do.
My favorite thing about the new one, which I've not seen yet, but the first trailer has them doing the first.
Yeah,
big
you
stunt.
see the big stunt.
And the big stunt is he's on a motorcycle. He's going down a mountain, and then he jumps off the mountain with the motorcycle, and base jumps off the motorcycle. They filmed that first in case he died.
Smart.
So my question is,
seriously, they filmed
why didn't they do that for the
my
airplane
question
one?
is, because he insists on doing his own stunts.
Yeah.
Does he pay for his own insurance out of pocket?
Oh, absolutely.
Or do
He does.
I doubt he does.
Well, for Mission Impossible, he doesn't really need to because he's also the producer.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
No,
Does it come? So
who
who pays for that insurance?
The studio.
Paramount.
The studio does.
That would be Paramount.
It's like Jesus Christ.
The money they're not paying writers or actors right now, they're paying Tom Cruise's
insurance.
All right, that was a burn.
Hey, it's fine because he tried to promote the film while the strike's going on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he went on Twitter and he was like, "Hey guys, is it okay to still promote your film while?"
He should have got the list right.
And everybody went after him for it.
Yeah.
As I said, ego.
That's word.
Well, he's also, and I get why he tried to, sneak his way out of it. It's because he's got money on the line because he's also
He doesn't need the money,
No,
though.
he doesn't. But I get why he was trying to think of it because he is also the producer of these films.
Oh no, it's all ego. He's like, this is my movie. Watch me, come watch me, and
look,
it's a thing.
And I'm not saying he's right for doing it. I'm saying I get why.
And 100% it is his movie, man. When you watch those Mission Impossible movies, you know who the star is.
Yep.
This is a Tom Cruise joint, and it's going to be all Tom Cruise. I've enjoyed them. I don't think I'm like
And he's not even producing them yet on the
Right.
ones you're watching.
Right. I've enjoyed them. I don't know if I'm going to go back and like Fast and Furious. I can go back and watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
They're
movies.
fun. And I could put one of those. These I'm not going to put in. There's a lot of thinking involved in
Right.
this, and I'm just like,
The math.
the math turned me off. I was like,
It's like, nope.
Alright.
I don't.
but
like
I liked.
I think the later ones are a little bit better. You get more. I like Christopher McQuarrie's writing in the later ones, and then I also like when you get Simon Pegg and all that.
Yeah, Simon Pegg's in the third one.
Yeah.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman's the bad guy in the third one. He's really good. So, like, if someone can outact Tom Cruise, it's like he's going to do it. And it's just like because it's a different style of acting, but like Philip Seymour Hoffman also is pudgy and not really like built as
Right.
like you would expect like in an action movie, and he plays that all to his best strengths.
Yeah.
And I appreciated it. I was like, oh, good for you, Philip. So
Well
rest
done.
in peace, buddy.
Yeah.
Have y'all watched anything interesting?
I have been late to the game. I'm always late to the game on series. I don't know why. I guess because I get so busy, and then I find, I hear, oh, you should watch this. Long story short, I've been watching the Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
I'm completely
yeah.
caught up.
I'm on the.
Like-
I finished the first season, but not watched the rest.
So I have binged it because I have laughed. Jamie and I both are in love with this show.
What
It
is that
is-
about?
It's the most ridiculous. It's comedy. So it's about a family that run a huge international religious church, like
Yeah, a
the
huge
big
mega church.
like
Yeah.
a
Like a
mega
mega
church,
church,
like a
okay.
big mega church, and then they have all kinds of, do things internationally. But it's one of those, and they are fucked up. I mean, the father seems very sincere and like
John Goodman.
John Goodman, he is great, and he is the
Really?
Mhm.
yes, he's
It's on HBO. It's really funny.
he's the head of the
I had
church,
never heard of
and
it.
then he's got his 3 kids, who are, oh my god, it's just hilarious.
You got Danny.
now I'm gonna have
you
to
got
start
Danny
tonight.
McBride in it also, who's great.
'Cause
I
I've been
don't know
wanting
who he
comedy
is.
lately.
Oh, he's been in. He's legend in a lot of Will Ferrell type comedies.
Oh,
and
see, I
stuff like
didn't
that.
know. I
Yeah.
don't recognize him. I don't reckon the only other one I recognize is the youngest son from the Pitch Perfect movies.
Oh, Adam Devine.
Adam
Yeah, Adam
Devine.
Devine. Yeah, he's the only other actor I recognize in this whole thing. But it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. It is. I mean, they poke fun out of so many different things.
It's I like I said, I watched the first season. Really enjoyed the first season. I need to go back and watch the third one. Right?
yeah,
now.
third one, and we're all
Mhm.
caught up
Yeah, so I
now.
need to-
So it's on Max.
It's on Max.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Righteous Gemstone.
Righteous
Yeah, Righteous
I'll be
Gemstones.
Gemstones.
watching it tonight.
Yeah,
It's-
you need
it's real
to.
funny.
It's hilarious.
Alrighty.
So we've been doing that, and I'm trying to think. I mean, just the new season of Outlander, I'm all caught up on. So, is that?
Sexy Scottish time traveling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's right.
Mm-hmm. So
I want to make a joke, but the joke won't make sense because it came out in the last episode.
I had a.
Next episode.
I have movies
Thank you.
that are my like all-time favorite movies.
Sure.
Things that I like make me feel a special way for whatever
Are we
reason.
talking about tingles or
No,
emotions?
no, just emotionally,
Okay.
like that I have emotional connections to. And like last night, we got home from watching Oppenheimer, and we got home early enough to, let's watch a movie. And we watched Memoirs of a Geisha, which I've seen a million times,
Good movie.
but I did not realize Jamie had never seen it.
Oh.
And
Aw.
so we watched that together, which is kind of nice. I love that movie. So,
It's fun how
He
you still
loved it.
find those things.
yeah.
Do you have a movie you're excited to show somebody that you've seen?
Oh, I'm not the person to ask that question, Scotty.
No, but you've seen
Oh,
But
movies.
you've
Um,
seen, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Has Jennifer been like, "Hey, we need to watch this together"?
Usually she knows the movies, and I do not.
Does she have any favorite movies? Like she
Oh,
wants
she
to-
loves The Wizard of Oz. I know that.
That's
I
her
know that,
favorite.
but I meant like,
Probably, but hers are gonna probably be the ones that we'd watch on this show. Like, I mean, like,
right.
I don't know, but something like 16 Candles or
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of
something like
nostalgia
that I may
would
have
be
not
on the
ever
show.
seen, but she watched during, when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But not necessarily. No.
I watched Kickboxer yesterday too.
Now it's gonna like sit with me. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I kind of want to. I want to do a TikTok doing the dance scene.
You should totally do a TikTok doing the dance scene.
It's hilarious.
There's always movies I like to show people that I know they haven't seen. But I just like to show weird movies to people. So it's
Well,
like...
that's because you like to experiment, buddy. You're like a scientist,
I don't. I mean,
a mad scientist.
they're weird, but they're movies that
No,
I
no.
like that Jamie would consider weird. I'm sure.
Like, no, here's what it is. I watch a weird movie that I will fall in love with a weird movie. And then I like to share it with somebody to make sure I'm not crazy. And a lot of times I end with they don't like it and I'm crazy. Because I'm like Detention. Which we're going to eventually do on the podcast. You've seen it before. But you don't remember. But and Detention is the
I remember you telling me I've seen it. I
Yeah.
just don't remember that line.
Detention, I think it came out in 2010 or 11.
Uh-huh.
And it's probably my favorite movie that year.
Because we watched it at the house with Josh.
Yes.
Yep.
We got it from Redbox.
I know all these things. I have no idea what it's
Oh, wow.
about.
And it's a slasher film, sort of. But it's weird. And it's like, it's weird in all the best reasons. And like, I don't know if it's good, but I love it. If that makes sense. It's just like,
I mean, yeah.
it's so out there. And I'm like, someone put money behind this and made it.
Well, it's like
that's the Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah, Josh Hutchins.
But
yeah.
see, this-
not Ryan Reynolds, but Dane Cook's in it.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
he did great in it.
But this is like when we watched City of Lost Children, and I thought it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great, and it's a weird movie.
It's absolutely
Oh, yeah,
weird.
absolutely,
But I'm
yeah.
like, I like immediately. It didn't take me any time to understand what was going on.
Right.
It's just like my brain connected
Right.
to that film. So you're not crazy. You just like what you like,
No,
or maybe I'm crazy.
Well, there is that.
Maybe we're both
There's
crazy.
another
it just
one.
resonates with you differently.
The other
Yeah.
one, another one I really like that I it wouldn't be a fit for the podcast. It's too obscure.
Okay,
It's called The Corn Dog Man.
never heard of that.
The bed that kills people. That's what that reminded me of.
The corn dog. man.
Yeah, the
Deathbed.
Deathbed, which is also something I wouldn't do on the podcast, mainly because it's boring. Have you-
Just the way you said the cornhole man or
The-
Corn dog
the
man.
Corn
corn
Dog
dog man.
Cornhole Man is completely
That's
different.
yeah.
That's a different.
That's a different
film.
movie.
So sorry. Deathbed. The bed that kills people.
Eats people.
Eats people. My
Oh
bad.
my god.
You ever seen Deathbed?
No.
We
Ever
watched
heard
it
of Death-
because of
No.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, we did watch it because of Patton Oswalt.
Wow.
It's stupid.
It is.
It's so
It
dumb.
is dumb.
I
I
did
love
read
Patton Oswalt.
Flowers in the Attic, like I said I would.
Oh, good. We can talk about that too in a minute.
I did not. I was
I-
at a point in my life where I was like, you know what? I just can't add their tragedy to my life.
I unfortunately have like 5 books I have to read right now.
Priorities, man. Figure it out.
Well, no, these are ones that I'm actually having to review because I have review copies.
Do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's one of those guys.
Do it then.
Nice.
So I was thinking about what you said because it's been on my mind about 5 minutes ago when you asked about movies.
Sure.
So you guys know me and
I'm-
the way that I was raised. So I don't.
It's a premise of the
have-
show, yes.
because I did not watch a lot of movies. What sticks with me more is TV shows.
Sure, that'll work.
Right.
Like I've always been the kind of person where it's like I
I
can
was a
recommend
TV girl too.
TV shows
I know.
Yeah.
because they sink in with me and
I
they
know
have a
at one
feeling.
time you were a big fan of Reba.
Reba will always have my heart.
Yeah, I know it's real big for you.
Because and it's weird because I'm not a country music fan. I don't like Reba McEntire singing. I don't. When she sings in the show, I'm like, okay, she's a wonderful person. She has a beautiful
love
voice
Fancy.
to some people.
Fancy's my
I
jam.
just I can't stand the way she sounds when she sings.
Me
I
and
don't
Steph
know.
was singing along
Yeah,
in
I
Fancy
will
the last
sing
time we were
Fancy.
carrying together.
But I've never seen Reba.
But
Me.
that's the only reason I know that show is because when I moved into my apartment, 9 months pregnant, 18 at the time, it happened to come on, and it started at the beginning where Cheyenne is pregnant and she's in high school, and so it was like it just
Sure.
clicked,
Right.
and so then I just got attached. So that's a feel good show.
Mm-hmm.
My absolute favorite, it will always beat everybody, is Psych.
Oh yeah, Psych's good.
Yeah.
Psych, like when
Yeah,
I tell
I've
you,
never
like I
seen that.
stayed up to
You'd like
watch their
Psych.
releases of the movies.
I was about to say, did you watch?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Psych will always have like the biggest place in my heart. And Jennifer has not watched them all.
Mm-hmm.
So those are things where it's like we got to watch that. So I've been in this weird place lately and Usually when I'm upset about something, I put Psych on.
Sure.
If something has happened, I watch Psych.
It's like me and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Probably.
I mean, like
Yeah,
I will,
like it's your feel good.
that
It
one
makes you
and
happy.
Charm. Buffy and Charmed
you
are
should
like,
I watched
still
all the
do your
Charm
Buffy
too.
show.
They're very good. Oh, I have not done Buffy yet. We have to do that.
yeah,
We have to do
Buffy
that.
is amazing. I love I hated the movie. Absolutely hated it.
For the show.
But I love the show. And that's happened like on a lot of things.
I don't hate the movie. It's not. It's
It's not Buffy to me. I get it. It's the first.
the Dark Horse Comics did a version of the movie with the TV cast.
Mm-hmm.
So they made the story because
Yeah.
the movie's canon
Yes, it is.
because it's all mentioned in the pilot,
Right.
and so but Dark Horse did the story with Sarah Michelle Gellar as the
Yeah.
focus, which I thought was good. It works. So at the end of the day, I don't dislike it.
Yeah, it's just
I don't watch it a lot though.
Yeah. I just really, really like the series.
You know,
And
it's been a minute since I've seen Buffy. I need to do a rewatch.
oh,
We should do it.
I love it.
Well, I mean, yeah, we should definitely do
We
that.
do it.
We should just try to do a Buffy show.
I wanted to really
We-
bad.
we can
With
definitely-
it was actually Vicky and I were gonna do it,
We could always do a Buffy show.
and then she got sick.
Yeah,
That
she did.
Vicky.
Yeah.
That Vicky. Yeah, 'cause she was a huge Buffy fan.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But
So mine's TV shows.
how about TV shows that resonate? Do you have any TV shows that you make you feel good like that? Was that your Buffy? I know Buffy's one of them.
So I have older stuff that I watch that makes me feel like, certain ways, because based on what I watched with like my dad,
Sure.
like MASH. I love MASH, and it's because I used to watch MASH with my dad. So obviously nothing I can actually relate to because I wasn't in the Korean War
Right. Or Vietnam. 'cause
or
it's
Vietnam,
what it's based on.
or no, it's Korean.
It's
no,
Korean.
yes, it happens during the Korean War. It's an allegory for the
Yeah,
Vietnam
yeah,
War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
But anyway,
She was about to fight you on that.
No,
She was like, no.
No, just let me
no,
clarify.
no.
Like,
I understand what you were talking
Let me
about.
clarify.
Okay, so that I love watching any of the Star Trek stuff, on repeat. That was, just something that.
Yeah, it's all. Pluto TV is often on my TV when I'm just not
Yeah.
doing. Star
That
Trek's
kind of
usually on it.
stuff. But yeah, when I'm flipping or wanting to watch reruns, it's literally it's either Buffy, Angel, or Charmed, are like my three that I just really relate to in weird ways, and I don't know why.
So if you did a Buffy show now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm all for it. I don't think we should do a Buffy show
Yeah.
because I love Buffy, and I haven't. I probably haven't done a watch through in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like a full watch through in 10 years. So it'd be fun to revisit it. How would you do Angel? Would you do Angel afterwards, or would you do it concurrent? Because sometimes they cross over.
There was a little bit of crossover.
Something to think about.
I would probably. Yeah, that would be kind of weird because other than the couple of crossover episodes, there really isn't much to it because,
Something to think
at because at the end of Buffy, obviously certain characters go over to Angel full time, and
Yeah.
there's no more crossovers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Because Angel's got 2 more seasons after that, or one more
Yeah.
season after that.
a couple more, I think.
And then some people who left when Buffy ended, they just moved over to the other
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting. But I definitely want to do a Buffy.
For me, certain places in my life, like you, and I think that's why shows stick with me. So I got introduced to Star Trek Deep Space Nine accidentally. Me and Amanda were living together, and we were very, very poor, and so we didn't have money to go out and do stuff. So we did a lot of stuff inside. So like, I love Final Fantasy VIII because of that reason, because we played a lot of that together. And then we happened to find Deep Space Nine in season 7 on the TV on Saturday nights on like ABC, like after the news went off,
Yeah.
and fell in love with that and watched all of that. And then we found a friend of ours who had taped the earlier seasons because this was before
Yeah.
DVDs.
It's my favorite
And so
Star Trek series.
so we borrowed the tapes from her so we could watch them, and so that became a thing. So that's one reason. That's ER. Strangely enough, the same reason, because ER we happened to catch on the first episode when they started doing the repeats on Sunday nights on Channel 15 after the news, and they would run 2 every Sunday night, and that was our thing from 10:30 or 11 o'clock until 1. We'd watch 2 episodes of ER, and we did that for years and caught up to like real time.
Wow.
That's pretty fantastic.
And that's kind of that's kind of cool.
I started watching that one because of the captain. What's his real name? Avery Brooks. He was on Spencer for Hire.
Yeah, he was
and I
on-
used to love that show. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so it took a little bit to figure it out, but I really fell for DS9, and that helped me get into the like I had watched Star Trek, but I wasn't that. I mean, outside of Star Trek 2, the movie, and I wasn't that much of a fan.
Oh, I was a huge fan.
And then that kind of turned me into a fan. I was like, oh, this stuff's pretty interesting. The other thing for me is Ruby. 2 reasons. I fell in love with it when it first came out, but I got to introduce it to you, and you and I have shared some nice
Right.
Ruby moments.
I love
But
Ruby.
Case and I, that's the thing that made us friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, because during the pandemic, I introduced it to her, and that's how we were friends before, but like how we got like real close friends was
Yeah.
introducing
Now, I will say
Ruby to
that
her.
back when I had first gotten married to my first husband and moved to Japan, we had AFIS television, which is your military television or whatever on base. And, of course, it was before streaming. I mean, that was, way before streaming. So you get what you get, period. And they had, some shows that were running in the States and whatever. But one of the things that they had running was the Hercules and Xena, those two series back then. So I used to love watching those. However, I've tried to rewatch them. Oh, it's rough. They do not hold up.
There's a lot of stuff like
So we need to redo them, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean they're hilarious, but I didn't realize how darn campy they are until you go back and rewatch them.
I never caught on to that. But I remember like in the afternoons, like they did a young Hercules story with Ryan Gosling, like it was a boy.
Oh, well, this was with the Kevin Sorbo.
Right.
and
So he was playing Kevin Sorbo as like a boy.
Oh wow.
Or a teenager, and that lasted the season. So that's the first thing I remember when I first noticed Ryan Gosling.
Well, it started as like movies, like little mini movies with it had Tawny Katane in them.
Yeah, it's a Sam Raimi project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Bruce Campbell appears
Yeah.
a couple
Oh yeah.
times.
Yeah.
he's-
Autolycus.
Yep.
I remember him. Yeah. Actually, what's his face from? What's his name? Why can't I'm terrible with actors' names.
Well, you gotta let me know what he's from because you went, what's his face?
Yeah. Okay. So he plays McCoy in the new Star Trek movies. He's in
Carl Urban.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. He's actually in later episodes of Xena as I think he plays Cupid. He has blonde hair and shit. It's hilarious.
God, I never watched it. No, knew about it. It was very popular.
Yeah, it was.
Very
I mean,
popular.
it's great.
And then they had the animated movies straight to DVD.
Never saw any of that.
yeah. Hey, worth a watch because they're fun.
I remember the most I remember about Xena particularly was how popular it was at cons.
Oh yeah.
And so like
Xena and Gabrielle were very popular amongst the ladies. Let's
Yeah,
just
they
say.
were.
yes, they were.
Having had never even seen it, yes, they were. I just know that.
Just bing, bing, bing.
Well, they used to.
Did you see the outfit?
Carl Urban was Julius Caesar.
Caesar? Oh, I thought he was Cupid. Who played Cupid? Look it up real quick.
I'm looking right now. Let's see.
Who does number 2 work for?
I know.
You guys.
I really thought.
Apparently, he was both.
Oh, I was gonna say okay.
But he has more credit for Caesar because he
Caesar?
played more episodes as
Okay.
Caesar.
I was say I thought I'd remembered him as Cupid for the blonde hair.
Yeah, apparently he did both.
Well, there you go.
Hell, I like it.
And he was a baby. He was so young.
I'm trying to remember. The first thing I know is Carl Urban was Lord of the Rings. That was the Aramir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah.
I think the first time I saw him in Lord of the Rings, but the first time I think I remembered, like, he stood out for me was the new Star Trek movies because he did a great job as Bones.
Yeah, he's a great McCoy. Well, I think that's about it. We'll talk about what we're watching next week.
Okay.
What is that?
Next week we're watching Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Oh, I feel
Oh,
like
wow.
I'm dressed appropriately.
You
for
are
that.
dressed appropriately for it. You may have to wear that next
Weird.
week.
I will wear it next week.
You have to rewear it when you
The
go
exact outfit.
after you see Barbie. You should.
Maybe I should wear my tiara.
You
You know
should wear
what?
your
That
tiara.
would make sense as well.
That
There
would
you
also
go.
make sense. And perhaps have a fruity drink.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. We'll see. Who knows?
Find out what we watch, what we have, what we wear next week on Cult Movie Cantina. This is Sky saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.